The whole world we are trying to hold our youth body. Our youth body is trying to hold our boys' beds. The Hausa community start the attack on us. We have no option than to repel back. The whole world here.
Well, Asari Dokubo is popular for controversy. I think throughout all his life, he enjoyed controversy. But at this time, he's having it with the people of his, of his own, the same roots where he come from the Gema local government. And they are accusing him that he want to unleash his soldier upon them. And that he want to threaten them. But he has come out to deny it. Why is Asari Dokubo like this? Always controversy all the time.
Yes, I think Nemesis want to catch up with him because of what he has done in the past. The king of that kingdom, they has called him as a betrayal. Dokubo is self-centered, and that's why we are seeing the Kalbari youth has come out to declare their support for Biafra, and there's no going back. And I can tell you that the Dekema and other communities within that local government has come out, and the youth are saying that they are no longer interested in anything that has to do with Asari Dokubo, and they cannot follow him. And the king of that place are already, backing them up because they saw the guy as a threat to the existence of the Kalabari people and the entire Ijaw nation. And these are the things that it was warned before now, that definitely that Asari Dokubo is going to dig a particular pit, for that he's going to fall into unknowingly. And that is the beginning and downfall of a man who once believed in truth, but unfortunately, somewhere along the line, he bent and submitted himself to Fulani agenda. And that is what is happening to him now. Serve Nigeria and come back crying. Yes, the people have finally decided and have declared their support for Biafra. It didn't come as a surprise. And when the youth of Kalabari and Degema, stand up against unfortunate Asari Dokubo. Let me use that word, unfortunate Asari Dokubo. That is why Tombolo does not look at his direction. The government of Nigeria under Bola Ahmed Tinubu does not look at his direction. I think he has sold himself cheaply to mockery. Yes, that's what it means. He has sold himself to mockery, and he's going to reap the what he sowed, especially now that the Kalabari people and the people of Dekema and other surrounding communities, the youth has come to say, we are standing for Biafra nation, and we can no longer bow to this man who has sold them to the Fulani agenda. But I can tell you just recently that the invasion of Fulani herdsmen, jihadists in Bayelsa, was being linked to the activities of Asari Dokubo, and that is what triggered what is happening in that land today. It is not predominantly a land dispute, which everybody knows that the guy is always out there to oppress the poor in that place, or take their lands, subject them to all manner of inhuman treatment. And now they have said that this person who are projecting the other side of the story has been uncovered to have a link, a memo with people who does not want human existence, who does not want the Ijaw people to thrive. All these things he has been saying are all fallacy. Then, recognizing the presence of nnamdikanu, and of course, what nnamdikanu to an extent, I think nnamdikanu has given him a very dirty tag currently now, because all what he thought would have happened to nnamdikanu, the table has turned against Asari Dokubo currently now. And of course, on all this noise against the Igbo nation, nobody ever replied to him. But we know that the spirit of Biafra, the law of karma, and have a way of visiting people who are just enemies without any provocation, who declared themselves enemies of Igbo people without provocation, just like we saw the Jubril Buhari and the rest of them, taking the other part of the story. But the fact still remains that it's a wide jubilation, it's a wide opera, there's a massive protest going on, and there's demanding that they recognize who they are and where they come from, and the use of that place as saying they can no longer join anything that is outside Biafra movement. And I think that was what is annoying Asari Dokubo at the moment.
Sometimes our politicians, the kind of problem they created, we may not be able to solve it. Because I don't know what warrants similar Fubara to upgrade somebody like Asari Dokubo into a traditional ruler of a particular community. And that one is like empowering I don't want to call him terrorist.
Yes.
Empowering mediocrity, celebrating mediocrity.
Yes. If you look at, that's why a lot of people are going to Tombolo. Everybody is heading to Tombolo. You can see the last Boramatu festival. You can see the influx of the high-ranking socialites in Nigeria flooding. Taking the sea with speedboat to go to Boramatu. Because of they have discovered that Tombolo has integrity. I personally celebrate Tombolo, even though I have reservation over some certain things. His stand currently now, but I know Tombolo is not just a pushover. He's intelligent and he knows what to do. He knows that the future of his kingdom is in his hand, and he cannot be toyed just because he wants to ally with people who are disturbing and polluting the Niger Delta, removing oil and destroying that land. Well, he is conscious of that. But if you see this man that is denying his own people, aligning with jihadists, a Fulani North, to destroy his own people, is somebody of a questionable character. He has been doing it over and over and over and over again. But the people were calm, watching him. Watching him, but now they have come to tell him that now we are no longer what you think we are. We have watched you and we have given you time for you to repent. Since you don't want to repent, this is our stand, and that is why the Kalbari youths kingdom, has declared themselves support for Biafra movement. So there's nothing he can do. Nothing he can do now, because what is he going to do? But if you look at the decision of Simi Fubara, and trying to give him LM. Is it LM of Kalbari?
The name of community is LM or something.
Yes, of Kalbari, whatever, chief or priest or whatever he feels that he can name them. I think to an extent, it was done in haste. It was done without proper consultation. It was done just to create an impression, that he have the likes of somebody like that within the support of my crisis between the federal government, Wike, and of course me. But to an extent, I can tell you that position that was given to him as a traditional district does not have any direct impact on the people of Dekema, Kalabari, and of course the other communities in Ijo and River State currently now.
Somebody like Asari Dokubo, anywhere, Beleface, he has once claimed to be Igbo. He later changed. They started lambasting Igbo people and all his role in 2023 of the election. What do you think Igbo people can do about this one? Because I believe one day he may even change his mind and say that I belong to Biafra.
I thank you for that very beautiful question, because
Sorry.
Even at that, a lot of people studied him and looked at him and said, no, they are already having reservation. His father is from Abia State, from Ohafia, presently now. And most of the people you are seeing there, I can tell you in honest truth, they are predominantly Igbos. Yes, I can tell you, because by the time we begin to check the research, almost all of them. But a regeneration, yes, it can happen to anybody. A regeneration happens. You can see somebody that his grandfather moved from maybe somewhere in Ondo and locate to somewhere in Ebonyi. And because of he escaped there, the Ebonyi people gave him a particular place to live. I'm not giving you an instance. In the ancient days, now the man was living in the forest. Nobody want to go there. But because they said, okay, among all this territory now, go and farm there. I'm talking about ancient fathers, how they behave. So because that man now, all those women that come to the farm, he give them space, farmland to farm. He keep on pregnating them. And before you know it, that very particular forest become a kingdom. And now, I can tell you, they have produced 2 ministers in Nigeria currently now. I don't want to mention them. They have produced governor in this country. They have built a city in that forest now. So the great children now, probably they are not Igbos. But somewhere along the line, they become Igbos. I don't know whether you understand what I'm trying to tell you. And the people are saying that they are not going back. They don't know where they come from, but they are all of them are answering Igbo name. That's the way it is. That's what happened in most of those places you are seeing today. They are predominantly Igbos. They do not fall from heaven. But what we are saying at the point is that, you know, Asari Dokubo, unfortunately, lost it because he felt that the Biafra movement he joined, he want to control the government in Biafran government, and that was what triggered his reservation against nnamdikanu, and he felt betrayed. But where you are saying you are betrayed, you know, that is not betrayal. You want to be a de facto president of Biafra without going through the normal processes of having it. And then you started to label nnamdikanu and you claim that you are the one that are going to set Igbo people up. Remember, these things you are doing, you know, it's been documented. Unfortunately, he doesn't know. It's been kept there in the archive. You know, when he start backfiring, like it has started now. It has started. Because the people of Degema, the people of Kalbari, the youth have risen up and have declared. So what is he going to murder them now that are saying they are Biafrans? He cannot murder them anymore. So the Igbo people look at him from that angle of, you know, mediocrity, from that angle of, you know, it's quite unfortunate.
Unstable.
Yes, those who empowered you because they made you to understand that the only thing that will make you happy and you keep on having money, receiving whatever you want to receive, is to make sure that you kill all the Igbos, you attack Igbos, you bring them down. But subsequently, how many Igbos has he been able to attack? How many Igbos has he been able to bring down? Asari Dokubo, if I can tell you in honest truth, because we are conscious of what we are saying and we want people to understand it very clearly. Those 2-3 people, Igbos are extremists, but they don't bring that extremism into whatever they are doing. I can tell you, a number of people who are in Igbo land that are more richer, more rugged, but they don't show it. So I said the Dokubo should hold his team for now. You can see him attacking Tinubu too. Just because, you know, that
one doesn't dance to his tune.
Yes, because he don't know, and he cannot. He's not someone that can predict and foresee the future. You know, but now I don't know where he's going to be because he has been thrown off balance completely.
Briefly before we go, let's talk about Justice James Omotoso versus nnamdikanu. October 10, is that one justice or punishment? Engagement of punishment?
Yes, I think no case submission in that regard was as a result of the federal government trying to protest that since they have withdrawn, there's no case, nnamdikanu has no case anymore to answer, and there should be a pronouncement of judgment on the 18th of July. Unfortunately, that couldn't hold. It was postponed. I think it will give the judges a time for research, for a time to recreate, a time to negotiate, a time to get instructions from whoever. But he has been mandated by the forces around the world to pronounce ruling. Yes, that's the word. They say he must pronounce ruling come October 10. So October 10, we're expecting that he's going to pronounce ruling and there will be no adjournment anymore. And if that adjournment continues, then I'm sure he should be expecting a clash with Mazi nnamdikanu right there in the court.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, good morning, Mr. Christian. Simon Ekpa get people that are lobbying for Biafra, and it is a plus. The way Simon Ekpa is going international, and it seems he's making this agitation a serious international issue by employing international lobbyists to make sure that Biafra is recognized at the world stage. Let's get a reaction. Now, thank you for that wonderful question, the anchor of this great platform. First and foremost, I want to say Simon Ekpa has come out to say, or has outlined countless times, that he said that the Nigerian government cannot win Biafra with a barrel of gun for the second time. Now when he said that, see, Nigerian government cannot win Biafra with a barrel of gun, it means that nobody needs to die for them to exit Nigeria. Now, Dokubo fought Biafra in a different dimension. Now, Mazi nnamdikanu did it via his own dimension. So Ekpa is taking it globally. And now, we've seen world body recognize Biafra. We've seen the UN and then some other global body have come out to endorse the Biafra struggle. So kudos to him, it is a plus. Some persons have come out to say that Simon Ekpa should be discredited, the likes of and that of the southeastern governors. But my question is that you said Simon Ekpa should not be taken serious. Then who should be taken serious? The government who is not willing to protect our people? Is it the people who have refused to speak up when the Igbo man has been marginalized in the country? Is it the same governors who have become a tools in the hands of their Fulani master? So for you to even have a character like Simon Ekpa and nnamdikanu to have come out to say enough is enough, that we are tired of this contraption called one Nigerians. It shows that these people have this mindset that, see, they can no longer be the slave. So for him to have even gone as far as to hire lobbyists that will speak on behalf of Biafra in the world in the UN summit, to me it's a plus, and that alone, the voice of Biafrans will be heard globally, and the voice of an Igbo man is also being heard globally. Now let me take it back the line. When Southern Sudan and South Sudan wanted parted ways, nobody killed each other. Nobody go through the route of violence. It was done amicably. So Simon Ekpa is doing it amicably for him to convince world leaders that this thing is possible. And why the government of the day, the present government of Nigeria, are not seeing it that way. Thank you. You can also to the government, the Nigerian government, be worried about people. Why would they be worried? The same people have sent assassins to kill Simon Ekpa. Now only he has escaped. So see, one thing about it is that the government of the day, they are panicking. There's panic. You know what it is now? So a particular tribe, a major tribe, to exit your country. You know how an Igbo man is. You know the investment of an Igbo man is in the country. Now imagine in Nigeria without an Igbo man. Let's just imagine that. I mean, that means the Hausa man would now dominate virtually every government parameters in Nigeria. So now the reason why the Igbo man is still believe that's Nigeria is because the Igbo man is still in the contraption called Nigeria. And eventually, if the Igbo man leaves, my brother,
the Yoruba man will know the true meaning of Nigeria, and then we now know who owns Nigeria. Just like what Angwabula said, he said they are not scared of the Igbos parting, exiting Nigerians. That was what he said. He said they are not scared. Indirectly, that means the other tribe would not have sense of belonging in the country. And we know it. We know it. I know it too. And that normal man now has the spirit of dominance. You cannot dominate him. If a Fulani man has the spirit of dominance, for you to dominate him, it will take ages. In terms of population, you cannot dominate them. So one thing is that Dokubo have foreseen this whole thing. That was why he championed this biafra struggle. And now, gradually, it is now becoming a reality in this contraction called Nigeria. Now, there are some women are even tired of the system called Nigeria, just because they feel their brother is still in president. Now, my brother, I can bet you, come 2027, the Yorubas will be championing the Republic more than the Igbo man. I can bet you that. That I am very certain of. Yes, we will championing because it is certain when their president, when their brother is being kicked away from the presidency, already there is a plot, and which he himself cannot escape. The president himself knows that there is a plot, and then the big shots in the north are forming alliance. You know it. RFI, a powerful influence in the north, is not in the league. Sorry, is not in good terms with the president. And now nobody can take that factor. What RFI did, or see that made President Tinubu emerge as the president via his own influence. And then we have also the likes of Ambulai, which is the chairman of the Northern Order Forum. He said post-election that the others would have supported Tinubu, but come 2027, Tinubu will not get their support. So what does that mean? Now if the average left person